Okay, so what we have here is the 3542 mark on where we have a quote from Buzz Lightyear himself. Buzzed Aldrin from Alderaan. We shut out the sun coming in some of the other windows to the spacecraft so that the inside walls do not show. So the reason why it's so dark out here is because they closed off all of the other windows so that the light from allegedly Earthshine is the alleged reflection of the sun's light off the surface of the moon, so the light is shining on the Earth, the sun is shining on the Earth, the light is reflecting back toward the spacecraft, which is 130,000 miles away, allegedly. Okay? So they shut off all the other windows, because if they hadn't, then this the window would be lit up from the ambient light. Okay? So I've turned down the volume here. I don't want the audio from the video to get a copyright strike or that. Okay, so basically why am I doing this? I might spend the time to play back the entire debacle on Earth Awakening when we tried to talk to a one Smooth and tell him that this image that we are looking at is a fabricated image created by astronauts that were just in low Earth orbit, not 130,000 miles away. This is supposed to be the Earth. The blackness is supposed to be the blackness of space, because in the video they tell you that the camera is right up against the window so that nothing can get in between, right? And so no ambient light, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So this is supposed to be the sun. I'm sorry. Supposed to be the okay? I'm just going to skip ahead. Now, in this fade out there, okay, the previous one, 3708, right here, this was a trial run to get everything measured. Now, it looks like the terminator line is up on the top. Looks like the more cute, crisp line of the circumference of the Earth is here. This is a cutout of some sort that they put over the window. Okay? Now, if this were the terminator line here, then that would mean that the sun is below the Earth. So their orientation, right? There's no up or down in space. Their orientation would mean that the sun is below them and the dark side of the Earth is after the. Now, in the next video here is a much better shot. They've gotten better at their trickery. Okay. So now they've got this oriented up and down now. So now that the sun is over to the left, the terminator line is over here. This is much more the way we see Earth when they present it to us. We only see Earth with this orientation. We never see it any other way, upside down, 40 degrees, 20 degrees. They always show it this way. Okay? So now in the next frame, Armstrong says, "Roger, Houston, Apollo 11 calling in from about 130,000 miles," when they're actually in low Earth orbit. Okay? Now, as we go through this, we were, okay, so right here, the camera is supposed to be up against the window. But what is this yellow light over here? How would this yellow light get here? What am I going to say next? What was I going to say next? Oh, so Smooth, a globe flake science warrior, wanted to understand our criticism of this footage here, and we were telling him that something was placed over the screen, over the window, so that it would make the Earth. We described it as a cardboard cutout with a whole cardboard placed over the window, whatever. So he watched this footage intermittently and sporadically, could never come up with what we said we saw. Okay, so now here, right here, right where she's got this circled right here. Okay, remember, we're in the dark, so you can't see it perfectly. The narrator, however, tells us that they have removed some kind of covering here so that Earth would look round and the Terminator line would be almost in like a penumbra. Okay, so I'm going to push play at this point.
Throw light onto the spacecraft's wall. Here they remove part of the crescent insert.
Okay, so now you see what is coming in between the window and the camera? The camera is supposed to be right up against the window. She just said they're removing something from the insert. Okay, we can't see it. She's describing it. And now you see a full circle. Okay, as opposed to the crescent.
Without notice. Here is the diffused work light that they used to see camera controls, but not throw light onto the spacecraft's wall. Here they remove part of the crescent.
Okay, part of the crescent, right? Now watch.
Insert.
The definition changes. Now it's a circle. Okay? That's not hard to see that the appearance has changed. This guy was just like, I don't see it, I don't see it, I don't see what you're talking about. Anyway, what it was. Thanks.